Beverages trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, so we got the Fed meeting minutes in about 9 minutes here. And we're just going to pull up the links for everybody here so they can know that we're begin my channel. There you are. Oh, we already got one person in. Cool. Cool deal. The one guy that has the notifications turned on for whenever I go live. Thank you. Okay, here we go. We are at the lows. That's interesting. So where did we hit? At 6:30. Oh, so we did move up and break a new high, so I was right. But it wasn't worth much, was it? I was in at 8. Was I in at 18? So it was only worth 4 ticks. Now we're at the lows. And by the way, the auction happened, right? When did the action happen? At like 10 o'clock? We saw a little dip and then a move up, yeah. I think that explains that. Three.
Rackley 3 said a MMO fighter game.
I'll have to look at that. Oh yes, we need to pull up our. Let's pull up Chrome and see if we can get the Squawk working here, and pull up TweetDeck. Those will be useful here. Excuse me. Financial juice. Okay. I mean, I think a sell here makes sense, but well, not that it makes sense. It seems like a short is about the only thing you could possibly do right now. Yeah. Anything else would be silly at this point. Before the news, they break a new low. I could be wrong. I shouldn't say that. It's a weak low, and we kind of failed to test the upside. So the chances of us breaking a new low off this news, especially since I think that the I don't know. I think that the chances are it's going to bring us down, but let's see.
Today from Fed's heart, saying it's like hikes would proceed.
So are we going to get a pull here? We're getting a little bit of a pull. Was linked somebody to this video of David Hogg practicing before an interview, and the video got removed. Seems like somebody doesn't want that video passed around, which I think is kind of silly, but okay.
Minutes.
Fed Minutes may offer some early hints about Jerome Powell's thinking.
Equity market. Commodities. Two.
Feels a little tense here. Okay, so now they're definitely pulling. I will take a short if there's a really impulsive move. Otherwise, I will sit out for a second and wait for the people to digest it and for the volume to become clear. And only if it's an impulsive move down. If I see an impulsive move up, I'm going to be a little more cautious. It looks like people are positioned short going into this. And so if I see continuation, I think that's a better trade. If they come back out, it's a little more nuanced. Okay, here we go. Some spread, a little bit of spreading coming in here, maybe.
One minute to the.
Whew, that's a pull. Oh man.
Ten seconds.
Okay, that was a mistake. I think I jumped the gun there a little bit.
Fed voting policy made at the Jan meeting. Still
Alligator said L140.
Couple were and about. Voting policy maker.
I don't know, the volume in, okay, so there was a buy in the 5-year.
Number of Fed policy. Tax and pre. Several policy balances. that it's important.
Hmm.
Most all Fed officials expected inflation to rise to the 2% goal. A number of Fed officials raised their
To the goal.
forecast in December FOMC meeting. Several Fed officials cautioned about the balances, and a number of Fed officials saw upside risks to growth from the tax.
Okay. So liquidity is still really light. We did see one buy. Bids are pulling. Okay. Well, now I don't want it. Watch the 5-year, I think should be the one. Okay. Slightly higher. They took a pretty good jump up there, actually. Equities moved pretty significantly up in terms of cumulative delta. See that? Significant buy in the S. The only bubble that showed up was this 2977. Well, that's curious. Okay, so now here's this buy again in ZF. Okay. Well, Alligator definitely saw something real here at 14 where he went long because there's already a target there. There are some targets below us. Oh, no, that might not be a real target. Okay, so there's some just a little bit above us. That one is too far away. What are these ones in the note?
Reaction after
Okay, now I'm starting to see the volume coming into ZF. Long.
32.
Oh wow, look at this all the way up at 220.
Alligator said bias up resumed at news.
Interesting. A pretty sharp increase in volume there. But they didn't go. Probably waiting for the 5-year to signal that they're ready to start pushing the highs of the day. I'm still on the demo account right now. Gotta practice even those tense ones. That click down there when I sold it, that was bad. That was not. I mean, when I clicked it, I thought it was a part of my plan, but it was not. Was not enough of a move, and it was before the news came out, and I just got a little trigger happy there and clicked in.
Stock trade. 2-year March 8th.
One of 616. Oh boy.
Alligator said seems over.
106.16 is right where we're at. Okay, so they did do it. Without much fanfare, I might add.
Fairly interesting reaction then. Majority said growth.
Alligator said F175.
Fed officials expecting inflation. Some Fed officials appreciable. Yeah.
Games. Lots of games there. That was probably a lure. I didn't really see anything significant happen in the 5-year when we ticked up. Now they aren't. Well, now they are pushing it. There you go. Yeah. I really think this 220 is in the cards here. There might even be some after that. See all these guys right here? So they don't think it's going to go past that yet, but we'll see when we get up, when we break if we break 20, they put more out. Well, now we just ticked back down 2 ticks. Gosh darn it. That may have just been my exit spot for this pivot, at least. Interestingly, that
Alligator said ZT and ZF at R1, seems hard to break them.
Yeah. It looks like they'll still go. Yeah. Well, that 140 got a lot bigger, didn't it? Okay, well, it doesn't make sense for me to puke at 16 because that's a view up. Mm-hmm. Okay. That uptick was a little better.
Alligator said all agreed that inflation target should be met in 2018, where some officials saw an appreciable risk of inflation lag to target.
Hmm.
A little bit more reaction. Watch on the US monetary. Worth noting before Fed speak and Friday, and those comments
That is odd.
seen.
Alligator said balanced statements and no surprise, no clue for 4 rate hikes, so over IMO. ZN happy with VWAP, and everybody back home.
That was a big order that just popped up on the DOM there. Okay. Gonna step away for a moment. Okay. So did that big offer pull? Must have, because I don't see I don't see anything on the DOM anymore. And I don't even see it on the... Don't even see it on the Vista chart. Yeah, that's it right there. 160. Well, ZF volume is continuing to buy. Look at that. Oh, Paul 989 finally managed to catch you live. I'm normally at work when you stream. Yeah, so Paul is asking me, I was questioning yesterday if the move up meant that we should short Bitcoin or if we should buy Ethereum. And so, yeah, it did mean I thought that Bitcoin was a little bit overvalued. Just that last little move up was a bit much. It didn't seem to have breadth with the rest of the market. And now we came down. But the problem with that line of thinking is that when Bitcoin came down, Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash went down too. So, well, I mean, I wouldn't be actively shorting it unless I was going to scalp it, right? So I didn't take my investments out or anything. I think longer term we're still in a good spot, especially now that especially if we stay above 10,000. We could even go below 10,000 and be okay, but things start to look a lot more risky after that. Because 10,000 has already been established as a support level once. Okay, they did sell there at 15.5. Man, I don't know. Yet when you look at the cumulative delta here in the note, it's flat. Look in the 5-year. I don't think that this beast has decided what it actually wants to do yet. Bears made a couple of significant advances there, but I'm seeing conflicting signals all around. There was a sell all across the board there. We saw buys all across the board too earlier, so. Well, probably could have taken the trade that we saw at 15.5, but man, it just was not. I think a lot of it was just where it was at, and then I didn't take it. What do I mean about breadth? I mean, like, it was only Bitcoin, and it seemed like it was being driven primarily in Japan. So the reason that it was going up could have been as simple as one guy wanted to buy it in Japan really, really badly. Whereas if the whole crypto market goes up, you know, that's kind of breadth and shows them a lot more confidence in the ecosystem as a whole. And when the whole market bounced there back at 6K, you know, it was a very broad, the whole cryptocurrency market felt it. Ugh. Got to take that one short. Tons of volume flooding into it and just getting sucked up. And ZN is going short. Okay, now ZF is starting to follow. Well, if we break lows here, yeah, which we do. This has some room to run below us. At least to... Oh no, we've already touched those. Okay, so then the next one is 090. You notice, by the way, that my order at 130 that I had, that I canceled, would never have been executed. Nobody ever traded it.
Alligator said 080 IMO.
Darn it. Well, that may have been a pivot there, but ZF has still got a ways to go, I think. It's only just now washing people out. Oh, I hate that.
Alligator said 0.50 is a big support and pivot in ZF.
This move down corresponded to a big move down in 6J. Okay. They're pretty adamant there. Look at that. That's not good for bulls. 5,000 absorbed and they tick down pretty easily. It could just fall through any second here. Especially now that we've gotten all these guys at 8. I remember we should expect to see some initial rejection around here at 090. Okay. Yep. Okay. Whoa. Well, if it doesn't give me 100, I'm just gonna back off because oh man. Nope, nope. I canceled it because it's fidgeting around too much down here. They could push it again. Look at that. I mean, it could be an iceberg, but ugh, and look at that. Yeah.
Alligator said oversold, pull back IMO.
Yeah. I want it right there.
Alligator said agree, well played, I'm stopping there, bye.
Good job, Alligator. It's a little bit too much volume on a pullback here to be leaving a limit order sitting there. I still thinking about taking it there, but we'll click in.
Do you want both? Do you see it right there?
Yep. Yep. Well, they didn't even give us 115, did they? Lure there. That looks like a lure to me. I'm going to let it tick down again. The heck? You see that? An iceberg that's only showing like 50 and 1,000 traded into it? Yeah. Okay. When we ticked up there, more people tried to sell it than tried to buy it. Look at the cumulative delta. The market orders. There's a huge flood of market orders going short when it ticked up there. Yeah. And I'm sure that if this builds up here, that we're going to see them flood down through the lows. Might happen. Yeah, they're pulling. Only 6. I'd like to see like 1,000 come through here. Big offer put on. And push through 9.5. I'm going to take a few bites. Okay, well, this isn't playing out on either direction the way I thought it would. Because when we came down here, they didn't really put a big offer up. And only 2 orders went through. Now, granted, that's a poor low now. Now here on the upside, they're not willing to put a very big bid on it either. Oh, geez. That pulled fast. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to see. Oh, man. I'm surprised that there's not 1,000 orders going through there at 09 halves already. I mean, good grief. That was a pull, if I ever saw one. Yeah, lots of pressure building up now. If this could get over 2,000. Come on. You can do it. There you go.
Block
Some
sell.
profit taking. Holy shit. I think they'll hit that target. And just be patient here. There's just about, 6,000 people just got filled there long at 090 and they're like, oops. Some of those might be people that were already short, of course, but I do see, well, so this other target 040, I don't know. I don't see as much support for that one. That would be below February 20th low 040, where this target down here. I don't think I've ever seen a stop run like that. I mean, I think we've definitely seen bigger ones, but the fact that it came through at what, 09 halves? Oh no, it was 09. It just it just flooded through there. It's funny, like I said, this is what's gonna happen, and then didn't happen, and I gave up on it. And then it happened. There you go. Oh yeah. I'm kind of questioning if I actually want filled here with the way that they put that 2000 on. Oh man. Oh man, they're gonna go through it. Level break setup. Move down that stop because I don't want to see a stop run going the other way and get us stuck. Yeah, what'd I say? They come down to with a 2,000 there, they're definitely going through it.
5 spot barrel.
E-mini doesn't like what it's seeing. Let's look back out at the volume profile. Right here, there was a spike on February 15th, which is where the low was. This was the point of control here at 070. And then there's the low from the 20th, which is 005, 04, something like that. Wow. This is the hardest part for me because how do you know when it's going to stop, you know? Especially when you're getting that much absorption each step of the way. There was plenty of reasons to think that it was going to stop at 08. And it's already gone through that pretty convincingly. Well, this is a poor low right here. Well, it's an unfinished auction, rather. So there's still some people to stop out. Question though is it going to go past 6 halves? I'm pretty confident they're going to touch 6 halves. Pretty confident. Is that a safe word to use? I think there's a high probability they touch 6 halves because this is an unfinished auction. Yeah. All right, so it got filled. That makes us profitable. Jolly good. I wish we hadn't have taken that one. Oh, even that one probably wasn't so good. I don't know. Let's just watch it. Marius, what do you think about this Bitcoin trap? Oh, yeah, we were just talking about that with Paul. So, yeah, okay, so we did tick up. So I feel good about that exit there. For the time being, let's see if it pops back up. I don't know if I really want to take another trade, so it's okay for me to look away for a second. It's okay. It's okay. Calm down, Seth. I just get so excited when it starts trending, because trending, that's my thing, man. Trending markets. Okay. These are 6-hour bars. So we had this move up on the 17th. When was the 17th? That was the weekend, right? Yeah. Okay, so we had a little bit of a drop on Saturday, and then over the weekend, we had this move up. So I want to show you. I haven't shown you guys this, but if I come back to the main page, yeah, notice how the JPY is the one that they put up at the top, and look at how much it moved. They almost touched 14,000. So they were almost to 14, and look, we only got to 12. So I'm going to say that the move was primarily driven by some happenings in Japan. Now, one thing that I saw was that there was an error with an exchange in Japan where people were able to buy for 0. So that would certainly hurt some confidence. But more so, I think that you had a big run up in Japan, and now it has to rebalance. So basically, where are we now? We're right back where we should be. Now that doesn't mean that we're not going to go down. I think it just means that what has happened so far is totally expected. And I was kind of sitting there wondering, if you look back at the videos past, like yesterday, I think in particular, I was kind of like, well, I don't know how to feel about this. Seems like it needs to pull back, and it did. So yeah. I mean, there's definitely some risks in here, right? So we have some pretty established support here around 10,000. And I think it's totally possible that they could get past that and even go to 9,500 and turn around and be fine. But, once you pass that 1,000, your probabilities change, right? Oh, they're going to take another one. With a level 2 like that, they're probably going to trade through 6/2 as well. Wow. Ooh, and it moved with it. So I could probably take this as she goes and be... Oh, okay, no. No. This is the close. That's what's going on. I always forget, because I never trade this time of day. I always forget that 1 o'clock is when the options pit closes. Look at that. That was the most spectacular one yet, I think. Oh, no, that's not right. We did have one where they got well over 20, didn't they? Woo. Okay, so I think we did that right. We could have gotten another tick out of it. It was okay. Anyways, I mean, there's some real risks that we could go down, but for now, I'm going to say this is all just within acceptable parameters. The most concerning thing to me right now is the fact that Bitcoin Cash did not experience that pump over the weekend, but they still sold. Yeah. Same with Ethereum. They didn't experience that bump. In fact, they failed to beat the 17 high, and we came back. This chart just looks incredibly weak, doesn't it? And I'm not quite sure what that means, other than that we continue to see Bitcoin dominance go up. Yeah, let me check. I moved you guys over here. Yeah, no other questions. So we'll see. Well, man, even after that move there, it could keep going. I mean, wowee. Yeah, and that answer your question. You have any other questions? I think I'm super tempted to click again and watch this forever, but my hour is up and I need to get back to work. So I'm going to give it another minute or so, and then that's all. We will see you tomorrow. Now we'll post my charts here in a second. I haven't done that yet today, so. I wonder how well you would have done if you had put, here at 6 and 6/2 and tried to scalp that one tick several times. Probably could have done it a couple of times. Yeah, a lot of volume went through there. Okay, yeah. I'm going to close it before I'm tempted to click again. Like +3. Obviously, we shouldn't have taken some of these trades up here, but it's okay. Yeah, have a good one.